Fishing has always been an important industry, contributing to the livelihood of millions of people around the world. In particular, fishing with large seine nets on the high seas is a large-scale activity, not only requiring high technology but also depending on the long-standing experience of experienced fishermen. By combining modern technology and traditional skills, fishing vessels can now catch hundreds of tons of fish per day, bringing great economic value and playing an indispensable role in the global food supply chain. Large seine nets are one of the most effective fishing tools. Designed to encircle large schools of fish in a certain area, this type of net is huge, with a length of hundreds of meters, even up to several kilometers. When dropped into the sea, the net is expanded in an arc shape, thanks to buoys floating on the surface and lead wires sinking at the bottom. This method creates a wall that surrounds the entire school of fish, preventing them from escaping. Fish such as tuna, sardines, and herring often travel in large schools, making them ideal targets for this method. The fishing process begins with finding schools of fish. With the help of modern technology such as radar, fish finders, and satellite data, fishermen can easily locate schools of fish in the ocean. Large fishing vessels are often equipped with advanced positioning systems, which help them track the movements of fish in real time. When a large school of fish is detected, the vessel will quickly deploy a net, often within minutes, to surround and harvest the fish. Dropping and pulling the net requires not only high technique but also smooth coordination between team members. Fishing teams often work tirelessly, even in harsh weather conditions. Big waves, strong winds, and sudden storms are all challenges they face. However, with a resilient spirit and love for the job, they still overcome to bring home full catches of fish. Fish species such as tuna, sardines, and herring not only have high economic value but also play an important role in the ocean food chain. Tuna, with its large size and fast swimming speed, is a symbol of strength in the marine world. This fish has high nutritional value, contains a lot of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, and is very popular in the international market. Sardines and herring, although smaller in size, play an indispensable role in the marine ecosystem. They often move in schools, creating giant fish clouds underwater, attracting many other predators such as sharks. Whales and seabirds. Fishing not only brings in a large source of income but also faces countless challenges. The weather is always an unpredictable factor. Just one big storm suddenly appears. The whole trip can become a disaster. In addition, the cost of fuel, boat maintenance and modern equipment is also a significant financial burden for boat owners. Fishermen also have to strictly comply with fishing regulations to ensure that they do not deplete marine resources. The history of large net fishing is also an interesting story. From the small wooden boats of the past, fishermen have gradually switched to using modern fishing boats with large capacity, capable of operating continuously for many days at sea. Improvements in fishing technology not only improve efficiency but also help protect marine resources, ensuring sustainable development. Compared to other countries, the US and Japan are pioneers in using modern technology to optimize fishing activities. They invest heavily in research and development of sustainable fishing methods, minimizing negative impacts on the environment. Meanwhile, many developing countries still rely on manual methods, which are inefficient and can easily damage marine ecosystems. The future of fishing depends on the balance between exploitation and conservation. The sea is not only a source of life but also a heritage that needs to be protected. International organizations such as the FAO are working to promote sustainable fishing policies to protect this precious resource for future generations. The work of fishermen at sea is an arduous but also hopeful journey. Each full net is not only the result of labor but also a source of pride. A testament to perseverance and solidarity, the fishing industry not only contributes to the economy but also symbolizes human life and development. In addition to difficulties in weather and operating costs, fishermen also face challenges from competition in the global market. Countries with strong fishing industries such as Japan, the United States, Norway and Iceland have always invested heavily in modern technology and production processes, creating products with high quality and great commercial value. Meanwhile, developing countries often have difficulty in upgrading technology, making it difficult for their products to compete in terms of price and quality in the international market. However, this does not mean that developing countries do not have advantages. Some countries have favorable geographical locations, with seas rich in resources and biodiversity. By exploiting them reasonably and applying sustainable policies, they can completely increase the value of their products and build strong brands in the world market. Fishing with large purse seines is not only a profession, but also a cultural feature closely associated with the lives of fishermen. In many coastal areas, fishing has existed for centuries, passed down through many generations. Stories about the sea, about adventurous but also hopeful journeys, have always been a source of inspiration for songs. Poems and works of art. One of the most remarkable aspects of purse seine fishing is the solidarity and teamwork. On a fishing vessel, each member has an important role, from the person operating the vessel, casting the net, harvesting the fish, to the person processing and preserving the products. The smooth and harmonious coordination between the members is the decisive factor for the success of each trip. It is impossible not to mention the value that the ocean brings. In addition to providing an abundant source of food, the ocean also creates millions of jobs, from the exploitation, processing, to transportation and trade industries. At the same time, marine products such as tuna, herring, and sardines also play an important role in human nutrition, providing a source of high-quality protein and essential nutrients. However, overexploitation has posed many challenges to the fishing industry. Some fish species are at risk of depletion, affecting the balance of the marine ecosystem. This is a global issue that requires cooperation between countries. International and regional organizations such as FAO and ICCAT, Commission for the Conservation of Atlantic Tunas, have introduced many measures to control exploitation and conserve marine resources. Improvements in technology have also contributed greatly to the protection of marine resources. Smart net systems, designed to classify and minimize the bycatch of unwanted species, are a typical example. In addition, the application of remote positioning and monitoring technologies helps fishermen optimize the fishing process, reduce time and costs, and protect the marine environment. In the future, the large-scale purse seine fishing industry will continue to play an important role in the global economy. However, to achieve sustainable development, there must be a balance between exploitation and conservation. This requires efforts not only from fishermen but also from governments, international organizations, and the entire community. Fishermen are silent heroes. Not afraid of difficulties and dangers to bring back valuable products from the ocean. Each trip to sea is a challenging journey, but also a testament to the persistent working spirit and will to rise of people. The values they create lie not only in fish products, but also in the inspiration for the younger generation to continue to preserve and develop this traditional profession. The fishing industry is not only of economic significance but also contains stories of human courage. Creativity and survival instinct. Every day, thousands of fishing boats leave port to enter the vast ocean, facing harsh nature to seek resources from the sea. They are not only hard workers, but also modern explorers, carrying within them the desire to conquer and harmonize with nature. When mentioning fish species such as tuna, sardines, herring, people cannot help but think of their important role in the marine ecosystem. Tuna are long-distance migratory fish, often swimming at high speeds and covering thousands of kilometers in a season. This not only makes tuna fishing challenging, but also creates a high-value market for this fish. Tuna is processed into a variety of products, from sushi, sashimi to canned products, contributing to the diversity of the human diet. Sardines and herrings, although smaller, play an equally important role. They are a major food source for many large fish, seabirds and marine mammals. For fishermen, huge schools of sardines and herrings are a valuable resource. Providing large catches at low costs. However, because they migrate seasonally and often concentrate in specific sea areas, finding and exploiting them requires experience and high skills. One of the highlights of the modern fishing industry is the remarkable progress in technology. Today's large fishing vessels are equipped not only with radar systems and sonar to detect fish schools, but also automation tools to improve labor efficiency. For example, automated trawling systems save time and effort. While modern refrigeration equipment ensures that fish are kept fresh from the moment they board the vessel. These technologies not only help fishermen increase productivity but also improve product quality, meeting strict international market standards. However, these technologies also raise the issue of sustainable fishing responsibility. The use of large purse seines can lead to the bycatch of unwanted species, including endangered species. To address this issue, many countries have issued strict regulations on mesh size. No fishing zones and fishing times. Some modern fishing vessels also apply image recognition technology to classify fish immediately upon harvest, helping to minimize negative impacts on the ecosystem. The biggest challenges facing the fishing industry come not only from nature but also from economic and social factors. Rising fuel prices are making it increasingly expensive to operate boats, while climate change and marine pollution are reducing natural fish stocks. Traditional fishing communities, especially in developing countries, are at risk of losing their livelihoods if they cannot adapt to these changes. However, there are inspiring stories of innovation and resilience in the fishing industry. In many places, fishermen have formed cooperatives to share resources and support each other in adopting new technologies. They also learn from successful models in developed countries, such as how Japan effectively manages its fishing industry by combining modern technology with strict conservation regulations. Compared to other countries, the fishing industry in Vietnam is also making significant progress. Vietnam has a long coastline and abundant marine resources. But exploitation still relies mainly on traditional methods. To increase competitiveness in the international market, the Vietnamese seafood industry needs to invest more in technology and branding. Products such as tuna, sardines and herring have the potential to become strategic export items if properly exploited and processed. Internationally, the seafood industry is facing great pressure from climate change. Rising sea temperatures, ocean acidification and changes in ocean currents all affect the reproductive and migratory habits of fish species. This not only reduces production but also makes it more difficult to predict and find fish stocks. To adapt to this situation, many countries have invested in scientific research to better understand the impacts of climate change and come up with timely solutions. Despite the many challenges they face, fishermen remain resilient at sea. Because they know that the sea is not only a source of life but also their pride and identity. Each trip far out to sea is not only a journey to find fish but also a journey of conquest. To affirm that humans can always be in harmony with nature and turn difficulties into opportunities. Stories about the lives of fishermen at sea always contain valuable lessons about will, perseverance and love for the ocean. No matter how many dangers they face, they always maintain an optimistic and united spirit. On large ships, the working atmosphere is always bustling, from dawn until the sun sets on the horizon. The image of nets full of fish when being pulled onto the ship is always an indescribable joy for fishermen. But behind that joy are drops of sweat, sleepless nights and worries about the future. To achieve such achievements, they have to face a series of difficulties. Many times, unexpected storms have swept away everything. From boats, purse seines to hope. The history of large purse seine fishing has gone through hundreds of years of development. From primitive techniques to modern technology. In the past, fishermen often used manual nets, which were heavily dependent on human power and weather conditions. Each sea trip lasted weeks or even months, but the yield was very limited. Today, thanks to advances in science and technology, fishing efficiency has improved significantly. However, this development also comes with worrying consequences. Overfishing not only depletes marine resources but also seriously affects marine ecosystems. Some fish species, such as bluefin tuna, are at risk of extinction due to overfishing. This raises questions about human responsibility in protecting marine resources and maintaining the natural balance. The global seafood industry is trying to find sustainable solutions to balance exploitation and conservation. One effective approach is to apply smart fishing technologies. Satellite monitoring systems allow fishing vessels to accurately track and locate fish schools, reducing overfishing and bycatch. In addition, sensors attached to nets also help control the size and type of fish harvested, ensuring that only qualified individuals are retained. In many countries, governments also play an important role in managing and regulating the fishing industry. They issue regulations on fishing grounds, limit catches, and encourage fishermen to use environmentally friendly methods. In addition, education and public awareness programs are also implemented to promote awareness of protecting marine resources. An indispensable factor in the development of the fishing industry is the consumer market. With the increase in the global population, the demand for seafood is increasing. This encourages seafood businesses to invest in research and development, creating value-added products, from fresh fish, frozen fish to processed fish. These products not only serve the domestic market but are also exported to international markets, bringing in large revenues for countries with developed seafood industries. Vietnam is one of the countries with great potential for the seafood industry thanks to its long coastline and rich marine resources. However, to compete with major powers such as Japan, Norway or the US, Vietnam needs to increase investment in technology, improve product quality and build strong brands in the international market. Not only stopping at economic value, the fishing industry also brings profound cultural and social values. For many coastal communities, fishing is not only a means of livelihood but also a symbol of attachment to the sea. Fishing festivals and folk songs about life at sea all reflect the fishermen's optimism and love for their profession. In the future, the large seine fishing industry will continue to face new challenges, from climate change, environmental pollution to competitive pressure in the global market. However, with innovation and continuous efforts, this industry still has the potential for sustainable development, making an important contribution to ensuring food security and improving the quality of life for people. Fishermen, who work day and night at sea, are not only simple workers but also protectors of marine resources. Each trip to sea not only carries the expectation of a bountiful harvest but also pride in their contribution to society. The sails raised high on the sea not only symbolize strength and resilience, but also remind people of their responsibility towards the precious natural resources that the ocean bestows. The purse seine fishery is not only a vital part of the global food supply, but also a testament to the close connection between people and the sea. From the full catch to the sweat pouring down on the deck, All reflect the resilience, love of the job and the spirit of solidarity of the fishermen. However, the development of this industry cannot be separated from the responsibility of protecting marine resources and the environment. The application of modern technology, compliance with international regulations and maintaining ecological balance are key factors for the sustainable development of the fishing industry. These efforts not only help maintain marine resources for future generations but also protect the habitat of millions of marine species. In addition, increasing product value, expanding international markets and investing in research will bring great economic benefits to countries with fisheries potential. With a strategic vision and reasonable policies, the fishing industry can continue to be an important driving force for economic development and improving the lives of coastal communities. The vast ocean is not only a source of life but also a symbol of hope. Pride and human will, sails sailing the sea, ships surfing the waves strongly are beautiful images of the harmony between humans and nature. Although there are many challenges ahead, the optimism and enthusiasm of fishermen will always be the driving force for the fishing industry to continue to expand, bringing valuable values to life today and tomorrow.